Come into a comfortable seated position. You can be sitting in a chair or on the ground. If your knees are up here, I want you to take blankets or pillows and sit on them. If your knees are still higher than your hips, I want you to put some pillows underneath each of your knees so that your inner thighs are not getting overstretched. Once you've set yourself up, start feeling grounded. Feel gravity and get settled in. Close your eyes and feel how you're feeling right now. Set an intention for your practice today. Let's take our hands before our heart and Om 3 times. Inhale deeply. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Let's move our hands to our belly and do a little chant, breathing into the belly. So it's Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, O-N-G. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Place your hands on your knees, and we're going to start with a spinal warm up. So we're going to inhale forward, coming over the right hip, coming through the center, over to the left, and then exhale back. Inhaling forward, exhale back, inhale forward, we're moving very slowly. We're feeling side stretch along the side. Here we're getting a little ab work. Now we're stretching the other side. And here we're stretching the back. Let's do 3 more. Still moving very slowly. One more. Once we get over our right hip, we're going to go the other way. So moving back. So as I do this, my sits bone is actually coming up off the ground. Now this sits bone is up. Now both are on the ground. Now the right one is up. Check to make sure you're moving very slowly. And see if you're starting to get a little bit more flexibility as you move. Let's do 3 more. One more. Come to the center. We're going to now rock on our pelvis back and forth. I'll come to the side so you can see what it looks like. So I'm pushing forward with my lower back, pushing to a little arch, and then I'm letting my lower back round. So the abs are working here. It's like a little seated crunch. The abs are pushing out, the belly button, and then pushing back. If you put your hand on your abs, you should feel a little crunch here. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Your abs should be working pretty hard to make this happen. The upper body is still. Now we're going to move it into the upper body. So we're moving forward with our chest and then rounding our thoracic. So getting a lot of movement in the thoracic spine. Keeping your chin still. Let that go. We're going to take our hands in front of our shoulders, making sure your shoulders are completely released and your elbows are in a straight line. So between your 2 elbows, you have a straight line between them. So you're not like this or not like that. And we are going to inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Closing your eyes. Again, move slowly as you need to so you don't injure yourself. Let's go ahead and rest our hands on our knees and just feel the change that we've made. We're going to now do shoulder shrugs. So we're going to lift our shoulders very slowly at the count of 5. We're going to squeeze the top for the count of 5 and then lower 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, lower for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, 4, 5, and lower for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look over your left shoulder as far as you can. Take your right hand onto your right cheek. Push, and then slowly turn your head towards the right, looking over your right shoulder. Now take your left hand to your left cheek, push on it, and then slowly turn your head towards the left. Let's do 3 more. Push on your cheek, turn to the right. Take your left hand to the left cheek, push, push, push. 2 more. Right hand, right cheek, push, push, push. Moving slowly. See if you're getting to look further and further. Left hand, left cheek. Turn, turn, turn. And 1 more. Push, push, push on your right hand. And then back the other way. Let's take our right hand right above our right ear and bring that ear down and resist with the palm of your hand. So your nose is facing forward and you're pushing into your right hand. Let's let that go. Let that hand down. Take your left hand right above your left ear, keeping your nose pointed forward. Push into your left hand. Let that go. Let's take our hands, clasp, put them behind your head and push into your hands. Let that go. Let her put our palms onto our forehead, push down into our palms. Two more breaths. Let that go. Put your hands on your knees and just check in with how you're feeling. You can move your shoulders around a little, your neck. All right, let's move off of whatever cushions or other things we've been sitting on. If we've been sitting in a chair, let's come into our tabletop position. So bringing our hands directly under the shoulders. Check your alignment. Your knees should be directly under your hips. If you need any cushion under your knees, go ahead and get that now. And once you have gotten yourself all set up, we are going to do some cat-cow. So we're going to push our butt back, tucking our tailbone up, and bringing a U shape into our spine, and our head will lift. This is our inhale position. And then we're going to drop our head slowly, looking down to look at our knees. And we're going to push up in the middle of the back. And then we're going to pull our tailbone in, pushing our butt forward. This is our exhale position. We're going to reverse it. So we start with the tailbone, pushing the butt up. And then bring our head up slowly. Inhale. And then slowly let the head drop. Bringing our butt under. So we have a big arch in our back. Big mountain shape. And then reverse. We're articulating the entire spine, strengthening the abs. We're pushing into the ground, so we're also strengthening the arms, so dropping the head, bringing the tailbone under, pushing hard. So we want to push into the thoracic to get a nice strong stretch between our shoulder blades, and then slowly lift the head, untucking the pelvis. Let's do 3 more. So moving with the breath very slowly, dropping the head, pushing the butt forward, pushing hard between the shoulder blades up, untucking the pelvis, slowly moving the head up. So in this position, we should feel a nice stretch in our abs, tucking the pelvis under, dropping the head, pushing between our shoulder blades, strengthening arms. Inhale up, untucking the pelvis, bringing the head up. Let's do 1 more. Tilting our pelvis under, dropping our head, pushing, and then come into a neutral spine. So check our hands, make sure they're still under our shoulders. Now we're going to raise the left leg. So the left leg will stretch out, press into it first. So see how there's a nice long straight line between my head and my foot. So there's no like sloping or bending. It's a nice straight line. So just start off by pushing firmly into the heel, and this is going to give us a nice hamstring stretch. And then slowly lift the right leg up. And notice that my hips are completely flat. If I was to put a cup of tea right in the middle, right above my tailbone, the tea would stay straight. The tea would not be flipping over this way or flipping over that way. So we want to keep the sacral area just completely flat so that our hips are on the same plane. So stretching through the leg. Let's bring that knee down and bring the left leg up. So we're going to start with a stretch, putting your toes on the ground, stretching firmly into the heel. This is giving us a nice hamstring stretch. So let's make sure our hands are still right under our shoulders. Our head is pushing forward, and we're pushing back into our heel. Breathing through the nose. And let's lift that left leg. Again, checking to make sure your hips are not falling in one direction or the other. Bringing that heel down. Lift the right leg back up with the breath. And bringing it down. Let's just go ahead and breathe with our breath at our own pace. Lifting the left leg up. So this whole movement is very mindful so that we can make sure we're engaging all of the abdomen muscles, the leg muscles, the thigh muscles, and the hamstrings. Bringing up the right leg. We want to count every single movement to count. Inhaling the leg up. The left leg now. Exhale the leg down. So the breath is coming out as I move my leg down, so that when the knee touches, I'm out of breath. And as I start inhaling, I'm lifting the right leg. Lowering the leg. Lifting the left leg. Lowering the left leg. Inhaling the right. We are now going to add in arms. So we are going to lift our left arm straight, and then we're going to lift our right leg. And we're going to stretch, and then we're going to set them both down slowly. And we're going to lift our right arm, and then our left leg. And lower them down. Now we're going to move with our breath and do this movement on each side. So it's a balance plus a strengthening movement. And then exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And as you do this, ensure the integrity of your hips, that your hips are not slumping or falling. You want to keep that teacup completely straight on your legs. So we're strengthening the upper body and the lower body and building balance. This is literally the best exercise ever. Now we're going to do a twist. So we are going to reach the right arm under the left side body and come through. Inhale up. We're going to do it on the other side. So we're going to take the left arm underneath the body. Inhale up. Exhale. So this is building strength in our side body. Now we're going to bring the right. Check in how your body's feeling right now. Let's do a happy baby pose. So we take our right hand to our right foot, grabbing on the outside of the foot. Left hand goes to the left foot, and then we rock back and forth. So this is a great little spinal release after all the hard work we've done. If you bring your feet more towards your bum, you can massage your sacral and your glutes. Bringing the right above your knees, you'll massage the mid-back, lumbar. And then bringing them up overhead, near your overhead, you're going to massage the thoracic area. Using gravity to massage your back. And I'll take the roll this way. So we're touching our toes overhead and below us. If this is just not happening, you can just do a smaller roll like this, and over time you can increase your flexibility. Once you feel like you've got enough spinal flexion and release, you can go ahead and come into your Shavasana. So I recommend putting something under your head. Give yourself a little pillow. Stretch out and feel gravity pulling you down to the ground. Anytime you work out, whether it's weights or any other kind of physical activity, it's always important to rest. It allows the adrenaline to drain out of our bodies and our muscles to start healing. Start deepening your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll onto your right side. And stay here for another 30 seconds and just thank yourself for making the time today to do this practice. Memorize this feeling. And let it motivate you to come back to your mat tomorrow. Push yourself up into a comfortable seated pose again. If you need to make a lot of props to feel really safe and secure, go ahead. If you want to come into a chair, let's do 5 ohms together. Inhale. Om. 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 Inhale. Om. Check in with your intention from at the beginning of the practice. Let's do a Sat Nam together. Sat Nam. Namaste.